Shalom. Tonight, the Jewish people are going to usher a new year, 5776. So I wish all our brothers that it will be wonderful year. Shanat Teshua, Shanat Kabul, Tfillot, and all the best. We know that when the Torah talks about the holidays, it talks about them in two places. In Parashat Emor, it describes the holiday that we should celebrate Pesach, and it says what's all about. And then the Sukkot and Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and Sukkot and Shmini Atzeret, all of them. On the other hand, in Parashat Emor, it talks about the Rosh Hashanah, the one that we are going to celebrate tonight. And the seventh month, which is the month of Tishri, because we start counting from Nisan, in the first, you have to have holiday rest day, Zichron Teruah Mikra Kodesh, that you remember the Teruah. On the other hand, when it comes to the sacrifices, to the korbanot that are associated with each holiday, they are described in Parashat Pinchas. So it talks about Saf ben Israel v'amarta lehem korbani l'hamid Yishai, and then Yom Shabbat, and then Rashechot Shechem, and it talks about each holiday and what are the korbanot musafim that they are specific for that holiday there. What is unique in the Rosh Hashanah Musaf is that in all the holidays it says Vekraftem Ola, that you should bring closer Ola. Sacrifice Ola means that it should elevate you. However, the Lashon Torah in Rosh Hashanah is Va'asitem Ola, that you have to make Ola. And I believe this is really one of the most important lessons that we have to learn when we prepare and when we celebrate the New Year. That Hashem is not, He's telling us that we have to sacrifice something in ourselves for us to be closer to Him. It's not like bring korban and then be negative. Here we have to sacrifice ourselves. In fact, good part of the theme of Rosh Hashanah is just that. For example, tomorrow we are going to read Vashem Pakad Isara Asher Amar, and then the Haftarah we talk about the issue of the story of Hannah, Ishahad bin Ramatayim Shemo Elkanah, and how Hannah was barren, and then she prayed and she had her first child, that his name was Shmuel, and we see that when she had it after many years of looking forward and prayer and being really in distress because her Sarata, the other wife was Marima, provoking her. She said that I am going to lend him. She gave it to him. So this is for sure a son, a child, is part of her physical being. She brought him in. Also on the second day of Rosh Hashanah, we say how Hashem asked Abraham to bring and to give his own son, of course, his own son that he came from his loins, to bring him in. There is no bigger sacrifices. And we see also that so this is the theme, that we have to bring something ourselves. Clearly, we said that whatever our patriarch did is a cement to us that we should do the same, and we will do the same, and we do the same. There is no people like the Jewish people as far as sacrificing for the others. However, here we have opportunity to think what we should really do. What are the things that we have to sacrifice for Hashem? And I'm not saying that all of us are the level of Abraham and Hannah, far from it. However, and Hashem really doesn't ask us to do that. We do know that there is saying that when they're gonna be. So that means that we can. It's not question that if we can, but it is question of when. And also it said we have saying said that we can. However, it's far-fetched. I mean, who are we? However, we can improve some, and that is really acceptable to Hashem, and He will treasure it and value it a lot. For example, somebody that can sacrifice some of his time to make telephone call, to connect with his family member that he didn't talk to for a long time. It might be uncomfortable for him. He might be busy with other stuff, but say, you know what? This is important. Hashem will like that, and I am going to do that. This is for Hashem is really good sacrifice. If somebody set on aside time to do Hesed, to spend his free time to help others, to comfort them, this is also, it means that he sacrificed of himself for Hashem, and Hashem treasure that, because we are all His children. And in fact, some of the sacrifices are really very, very, very easy to do. But we have to. It has to be planned. Like for example, Thursday night there is football game. So that means that it doesn't mean that every single football game we have to set aside Thursday night, sit idle, not do anything, waste the night for that to see who scored what, or we can spend the night in a better way, either studying or trying to see what can we do for the others. Clearly, the satisfaction that comes from the second choice will be much better than the first one. I am not saying that somebody should deprive. If somebody likes football, fine. Watch the Super Bowl, watch the semi-final, and that it is acceptable. But to have 3 nights a week to be killed for that issue, I believe it is exaggeration. And there will be a reckoning day that what did you do in this valuable time that I gave you? When we give also tzedakah. This is also giving of ourselves, because we do know that shekel, the money, is gematria is 430, and also nefesh, the soul, is also 430. So when somebody gives tzedakah, that means that he is giving part of himself. And this is to v'asitem ola, that we are doing. We are sacrificing part of ourselves. Also, in terms of character, also, if somebody is easy, he gets angry easily, and he creates always tension at home and at his workplace and on the road and everywhere he goes. This is very difficult sacrifice to do, but if he can control it, if he can control the rage and the fire that is burning in him, and he said that I'm doing that for the sake of Hashem, I don't want to spoil and to poison the day of my colleagues or my family members. This is probably the ultimate awlad that somebody can present. The same thing if somebody likes to eat a lot or to eat something not kosher, and he said that, because I am not supposed to eat that, I'm not going to do that. This is also hakrabat, it is self-sacrifice that we do. So there are varying degrees, and this is also reflected in the beginning of the book of Vayikra. I always thought that we say that that the book of Vayikra, Leviticus, is the one that the children should start to learn Torah from, and they say why? Because that the children are holy because they never did Avon, and to deal with the korbanot that they are holy. So the question is it relevant today that we don't have korbanot anymore? And I explained in one of in previous talks that in fact it is most relevant, and for probably a slightly different reason or different aspect of the same reason, that first it started with the pasuk Adam came, that Adam means just like Adam lo hevi min hagezel, because he didn't bring stolen goods, because everything was his. Also the korban should be from there. And then ki akrib mikem, that you have to bring of yourself. This is what Torah means, that we have to sacrifice from ourselves for that. So here it is a wonderful opportunity for us to see what can we do to sacrifice Hashem, so Hashem will accept us, and He will inscribe us in the book of life. Millions opportunity, and like I said before, I mean, there are million degrees of self-sacrifice, of improvement. We don't need to shoot for the star because we will fail. And I would like to end it with a story that is dear to me. Is that somebody was eating in cafeteria, in college cafeteria. He was eating healthy, fruits and multi-grain cereals. And then the football team of that college, they came to him, "Hey, dude, what you're eating? You think you are healthier than we are?" And they flexed the muscles. He told them, "No, I'm really not healthier than you are. You are athlete. You are much healthier than me. But I know for sure that I'm healthier now than I was a year ago." So we don't need to compare ourselves to professional athletes. We don't need to compare ourselves to the biggest rabbi or the finest people. But if we can compare ourselves to what we were a year ago, and we are ahead this year, this is a great accomplishment. So with that, I want to wish Kol Am Israel Kol Tov, Shana Tova Umtuka, that all our good prayers and for something that is good to all of us to be fulfilled. Shana Tova.